Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches, which are happening on Friday, August 13, 2021, and giving you some of the best parlay picks and advices. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. Our first parlay picks for tonight will be Cleveland Indians vs Detroit Tigers. Indians win, money line. The AL Central is done and dusted with a month and a half left in the season, and the Indians and Tigers come into this mid-August weekend series knowing full well that neither of them will be playing past October 3. The Indians are the better team, though, their lineup has the potential to be a league average unit, and their pitching staff, which was expected to carry the team, has been hit hard with injuries. Zach Plesac was one of the many Cleveland starters who missed time this year, but he's back now, and while his numbers, since returning, haven't been what the Indians had hoped, the 26-year-old still has plenty of promise, as shown by his 2.28 ERA last season. One player in particular to keep your eye on is Indians catcher Wilson Ramos. Ramos is playing with a chip on his shoulder. He began the season with the Tigers, but was designated for assignment in June. He's gotten hits in his first 3 games with the Indians, including a 3-hit performance facing his former team in his debut last week. Ramos, who rakes against lefties, faced Tigers southpaw Tyler Alexander in that game, and it will be Alexander who takes the hill again on Friday. Alexander has yet to prove himself as a consistent big league starter. One good start against the Indians shouldn't be quite enough to give you confidence in him just yet. Take Cleveland. Oakland Athletics vs Texas Rangers. Oakland Athletics win, money line. Cole Irvin will be on the mound for Oakland to open the series, looking to continue a breakout season with an 8-10 record and 3.45 ERA in 22 outings. The 27-year-old picked up a win over the Texas Rangers last time out, allowing 2 runs on 4 hits and 2 walks across 7 strong innings, while striking out 4. Matt Olson is a force in the middle of the Oakland lineup with a 0.950 OPS, 28 homers and 74 RBI. These teams met last weekend in Oakland with the A's sweeping a 3-game series. The A's have been rolling along since, and Irvin benefited from the good times by picking up the victory in Saturday's contest. Dunning has pitched extremely well at home, which works in the Rangers' favor, but the fact remains that they don't have the pop in the lineup to hang in with good teams. We've seen the issues that Texas has had putting runs on the board and slowing the opposition from doing so. Irvin held Texas in check in his last outing, and the A's are firing on all cylinders at the plate. Give the advantage to Oakland as they keep on piling up wins. Chicago Cubs vs Miami Marlins. Marlins win, money line. After trading away most of their notable names at the trade deadline, the Cubs have really struggled to find the win column. Chicago is just 1-10 so far in the month of August and has lost 8 games in a row. Not only that, but the Cubs have been outscored 27-4 over their last 2 games. Their offense is not very threatening, and their pitching staff is posting a horrendous 7.18 ERA over the last 15 days. That is the highest mark in all of baseball over that span, and the Cubs have lost 9 of Adbert Alzolay's last 10 starts. Alzolay is 1-7 with a 5.06 ERA on the road this season, and he should not be expecting much run support from his offense. Jesus Luzardo will take the mound for the Marlins. This will be his 3rd start for Miami since coming over from Oakland at the trade deadline. Luzardo is not having the best year, but he seems to have a favorable matchup in this one against a light-hitting Chicago offense. The Cubs were absolutely dominated by the Brewers' pitching staff earlier this week. It's hard to see Chicago's offense having many big days in the final 2 months of the season. Luzardo could very well put together his first quality outing in a Marlins uniform on Friday night. Take the fish at home. Our second parlay for tonight will be Chicago Cubs vs Miami Marlins. Marlins win -1.5, run line. It's crazy to see anyone take the Miami Marlins at -1.5, but I think it's the way to go tonight. We aren't really betting the Marlins as much as we are betting against the Chicago Cubs. They've won once in their last 11 games, and the last 7 have been by at least 2 runs. There are AAA teams that could beat this version of the Cubs. They are coming off of a 4-game set with the Milwaukee Brewers where they were outscored 37-9. That's terrible. I know Jesus Luzardo is on the hill for the Marlins, but in the one game he pitched in the NL outside of Colorado, they won 6-3. The way to go about convincing yourself that the Marlins are the play here is to ask yourself, would I bet the Cubs plus 1.5 tonight? Of course you wouldn't. Play the Marlins to start the MLB Parlay. Oakland Athletics vs Texas Rangers. Win, minus 1.5, run line. The Athletics had to rally in the late innings to win the first 2 games in Cleveland this week, but that wasn't the case on Thursday, as they dominated with a 17-0 victory. Sean Murphy got the scoring started with a 2-run double in the second, before things really unraveled for Cleveland in a 5-run fifth, highlighted by a homer from Mitch Moreland, who went deep again in the ninth. Milwaukee Brewers vs Pittsburgh Pirates. Brewers win minus 2.5, run line. Brett Anderson has been struggling this season, according to his baseball saving page, as he is in the 1st percentile in whiff percentage, 4th percentile in hard hit percentage, 7th percentile in ZERA, and 11th percentile in average exit velocity. His 9.9 barrel percentage is the highest against him in his career. Anderson has a 6-pitch arsenal: sinker, changeup, curveball, slider, cutter, fastball, and his changeup has a .185 batting average with a .259 slugging percentage this season. He faced the Pirates twice this season and is 2-0 in 13 innings and allowed 1 run, 0 earned, on 9 hits with 2 walks and 6 strikeouts. The Pittsburgh Pirates have been brutal offensively this season, as they are only ahead of the Texas Rangers with a .666 ops this season. This team has an inexperienced roster, and they have scored the fewest runs in the sport in 410 total runs, 3.57 runs per game this season. The lineup has been struggling a little bit, as in their last 25 games, they are hitting .234, with 3.64 runs scored per game. Shortstop Kevin Newman has been struggling at the dish, as he has a .542 ops with 3 home runs and 24 RBI, while also stealing 3 bases this year. If the Pirates can figure out how to score a few early runs, they have a chance to pull off the upset here. I get that the Brewers played the Cubs last series, but they are smashing baseballs at the moment. We also don't know that they aren't bullies who like to beat up on bad teams. If they are, we should be good here, because the Pittsburgh Pirates are a bad team. Like really bad. They have now lost 8 straight games, and 5 of them have been by at least 3 runs. They've played 2 series against the Brewers in the last 3 weeks and lost 5 of the 6 games. In one of the series they were outscored 28-3 and lost every game by a minimum of 4 runs. Milwaukee is sending Brett Anderson to the mound, whose only starts against the Pirates this season have ended 7-1 and 9-0. The Brew Crew fits perfectly into this MLB parlay. Good luck to all of you. That's it for this video. Stay tuned and stay safe for the next betting tips and advice.